I'd like to conclude by going to part 8 of this discussion and really just take a very back to basics approach about the use of self-retracting devices. And these principles can be applied to other fall protection products and systems as well. I want to address fundamental principles of fall protection. And I don't care who you are or where you're working or what type of equipment or system you're using. If you take these 7 points into account and actively quiz yourself on whether or not we're addressing these issues, you're going to improve your fall arrest outcomes. First, elevate your anchorage. The safest fall arrest system is the one that is based on an elevated anchorage, because we're going to control every measurable metric and improve upon the outcomes for every single one of those when we have an elevated anchorage. Take the time to visualize your outcome. Take a look at your system, your components, how they're rigged in relation to the walking working surface and the hazards that you're facing, and ask yourself, is this system going to do what I need it to do in this circumstance? And if you're not comfortable that it will, then take a step back and let's reevaluate. But take the time to really visualize your outcome and see if the outcome is predictable. Please read the manufacturer's instructions. They're written for a very specific reason. They contain important information about what you should and should not do with these products. And it's full of critical, actionable information that is absolutely essential to good outcomes. I refer to this as the IKEA principle. If we can't put together a simple piece of ready to assemble furniture without referring to instruction manuals, then how can we expect ourselves to implement a critical life safety system without consulting with the instructional materials that come with them? Related to that, please adhere to all written warnings and infographics. They're there for a reason. And particularly if they're on the product itself, we can't fit every warning that we could possibly come up with on the footprint of an individual product. So if it's actually printed on the product label, it's going to be extremely important you be aware of that information. While working at height, please always maintain situational awareness. When people fall, more often than not, it's because they haven't been paying attention to what they're doing and where they're doing it. If we have a misstep at height, we're going to have a fall or a trip or a slip. And if we have an adjacent fall hazard, that's going to end in a pretty bad day. We don't want to have to use these systems in anger. So the safest systems are the ones that are used in a state of situational awareness. I'd ask you to also get comfortable with the idea of peer coaching. If you see unsafe behavior, or if you see something happening in the field that you're not comfortable with, or if you're not sure that things are going correctly, then let's hit the pause button really quickly and take a look at that and have a conversation. The best time to address an issue is before the accident happens. And then finally and lastly, be strong enough to ask for help. None of us likes to ask for directions or to admit that there are things that we don't know. But the simple fact of the matter is that each and every one of us has, shortfalls in our knowledge base. And get comfortable with the idea that it's okay to ask for help. If you're unsure about what to do or whether something is safe or appropriate, then throw up your hand and ask the question. And develop a network of people you can trust that are subject matter experts. And if you're not sure who that is, then please reach out to the folks at Safepedia. It's a tremendous resource, and there are a great many ways to network through that tool.